Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Oh my goodness. I hope y'all keeping warm out here. It is cold. Like, I'm here in McBee, South Carolina, and it's 40 degrees here. Even though 40 don't seem so bad, but that's like a harsh 40 because it feels lower than 40 degrees. It really feels cold out here. But I'm warm in my truck. So if you out there in the real cold, have one of these thick coats. These coats will keep you right no matter how cold it is because it got great insulation. But this video, I meant to make it the other day, but I got so caught up in my work that I lost track of getting to it. So this is just me getting to this video that I said on my storyline that I was going to get to. And it's pretty much a dedication to women, because I know it just seems like a lot of us women, we downplay our power and we downplay our gifts and we downplay just the energy that we have as a woman. And it's like, by you downplaying that, you don't end up being all the woman you can be. And it's like, I realized that I dedicate a lot of videos to uplifting men. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm still going to continue to uplift men. And I do want men to bring men back. Because to be honest, that's what's going on today, to where I feel like that's why a lot of us women are losing our womanhoods, because there's not a lot of men that's owning their manhood. And it almost seems like, a lot of these guys are out to seek and destroy when it comes to women, and also when it comes to women of a certain race. And y'all can try to deny that or this and that, but we all know how things go when it comes to statistics. And statistically reading, they say that most black women are less likely to get married or even have a man in a household. Most women are even single mothers, or they're most likely to not have a man that want to commit to them. And that goes on all races, but it happens a lot in our community. So that being said, it's like that stress alone by itself can really wear and tear on a woman. It can wear and tear on just how she perceives herself, because she can think that she's not pretty enough, or she can think she's not good enough because she keep running into guys that either don't want to commit or want to play games, or she just keep running into the people that just don't either protect her or even make her feel wanted. And I've been a victim to that, and I still am a victim to that. And that's why I'm on my single journey, and I'm on my self-love journey, to where I need to be enough for myself, and I need to recognize my own beauty, whether I have, a spouse or not. So it's like, when it comes to a woman, man, and I can genuinely say this from the heart, because I've hung around so many guys in the mechanic field, when I was a correctional officer, just my brothers, my daddy. And I'm not saying that they all are like bona fide qualified men, but I hung around enough guys to where, in a sense, they almost trained me to think the way they would. So what I'm about to say, it really just piggybacks, and it kind of gives me the eyesight of why women are powerful and you don't even know it. It's like, women are so powerful and you don't even know it. If women stopped giving up that cookie, men wouldn't know what to do. Men would not know what to do, because a lot of times that's what guys strive for. They strive for career, they strive for power, they strive for money. And I ain't saying all, because there are so many subcategories in life to where one set of situations do not apply to all. But we're going to talk for the majority. Most men strive for career, status, power, money, and women. That's what they strive for. So even though if you did just take the women away, they would probably just strive for the power and the money. But what's all that without, somebody to share it with, even if it's just a one-night stand, or even if it's just somebody every now and then just to have as a company companion for a little bit. Everybody needs somebody, that's what we are designed as human beings to be. So, like I said, just coming from a man's perspective, like, men strive off of the nurturing of a woman. Men strive off of the softness of a woman. Men strive off of just being able to admire how beautiful a woman is. And a lot of times, men, they strive off of just a beautiful face, or they strive off of just, a nice pair of legs, some thick thighs, or they strive off of a nice rack. It's like just the way God has put woman together is a gift. And to be honest, if you got a mature man and you got a real man that understands that, he will realize that when you find a wife, you find a good thing. When you find a good woman that love you for you, she's not about using you for your money, and she's into helping you build your dreams. She's into building you up. Like, she's really there for you, and she's loyal. A man will take that and run with it, not run away from it. You'd be surprised how a lot of guys, they will claim that they want a good woman, but then when they get a good woman, they either do her wrong or they don't want it. They want, like a lot of guys say, they don't want a woman to cheat on them. They don't want a woman that's slutty and sleazy. But then when you look at their resume, that's the type of woman that they stay dragging around. You stay dragging around a sleazy woman, or you stay dragging around a woman that is never loyal to you, but then you say this is not what you want. Now, that is the law of attraction. A lot of times when you throw out there, do not, stop, that's just calling to you what you don't want. Instead of saying, I do not, stop, you got to replace that with what it is you really do want. So instead of saying, I do not want, and then you call out the negative thing, you're calling the negative thing into existence. So instead of doing that, just say, I want a good woman. I want a woman that has morals and standards. I want this and I want that, instead of saying, I do not want a woman that cheats. I do not want a sleazy woman. Guess what? You just about to have that because you called it into existence. So, women, it all boils down to etiquette. And etiquette is personality and just how you carry yourself. And it takes a lot of strength to just carry yourself with grace and to carry yourself in a sense to where you're not weak to the flesh. Because a lot of us women, we want companionship, we want affection. And granted, we're human too. Women, we want sex. Like, some women do want sex. And most of us that's really got their mind together, we want sex just from that one guy. Like, a lot of us that really got our head on straight, we don't want to sleep with this guy and that guy. We want to where we can be used to this one guy and we can get the love making, not just effing, but the love making from this one guy. So, a lot of times, like, they say never go to the supermarket when you're hungry, right? Because if you go to the supermarket when you're hungry, you're going to end up picking up a lot of bad foods that you shouldn't have because you wasn't in your right state of mind to know that you should have got some greens instead of getting a bag of donuts. And that's the same method with going on dates. If you know you have not had sex in a while, instead of going on a date to where your urges is this high and you just got to do something because you just ain't had sex in a while and your hormones is just calling you, either don't go on a date just yet, get your mind right, or masturbate before you go so you can get it off. So that way, when you do go on a date, your mind is totally clear and you're not looking at this man as a piece of meat because maybe you ain't had sex in 2 years or you ain't had sex in a year. It gets rough when you ain't had it in a while. So your mind can be off. And like I said, just that's why I made that video the other day about be content being alone. Because when you master that, everything else that follows from then on, it becomes easier. Because when you master being alone, that's part of mastering your mind. And a lot of times, like, I fast a lot, and that's why I fast, is because if you can fast, you can discipline yourself in anything. Because I feel like to not eat, that's the hardest thing to not do in life. Because naturally, we are made to eat. But see, people abuse eating with gluttony. So if you can master disciplining yourself to fast, then you can master disciplining yourself in anything in life. And that's why I do it. Because I'm always about self-discipline and making sure that I be better today than I was yesterday. Because every day that you here on this earth is a struggle to make the right decision. It's a struggle to do the right thing. And it's a struggle to love yourself. And it's a struggle to not make decisions that will either have you regretting it or have you just hurt because you done invited the wrong person in your life and this and that. So that being said, women, you are gorgeous. And another thing too, like a lot of times there are, like, what was it? I think it was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. No, it was the Ugly Duckling, right? Now, the ugly duckling, he had a crew of ducklings that he hung around, and all the ducklings looked like swans, and they were pretty ducks. And he was the odd duck because he was, I think, I could have this wrong, but I think he was black. His feathers was rough. Like, he looked rough. But when he left that crew of swans and went and found another set of ducklings that looked just like him, he was the best looking duckling in the bunch. So just because you don't look like Beyonce, or you don't look like Halle Berry, or you don't look like Cardi B, that don't mean you're not beautiful. You just have to find somebody that accepts you for you. Everybody is beautiful in their own right. Like, I might be beautiful to you, but you that's watching might say I'm ugly as hell. So, I mean, there's perspectives on everything. You know, you cannot expect to be good looking to everybody, but as long as you're good looking to yourself and you find that confidence, no matter how much you feel like you're not beautiful, you're going to be all right. You are beautiful. And then another thing too, I got this from a lot of guys, because I always talk to a lot of homeboys, and there's a lot of guys that say if a woman got a nice personality, that's the main thing that matters over looks. Because even though she might look fine as hell, but she got a jacked up personality, deep inside she ugly. But then they dated some women that may not been that attractive according to the trends, but her personality was beautiful, which made her beautiful. So a lot of times people have to stop worrying about the outside appearance. The inside is what makes the outside. Because you got a lot of people that is quote unquote don't fit into the good looking trend. They got the confidence out this world, and they got dang Denzel Washingtons. They got mother sucking. Who else is good looking? But they got the best looking dude that you wouldn't think they can pull, and they got it because their confidence is out this world. There's a lot of people, even ugly guys. Like, there's a lot of ugly guys that got some dime piece, and you be like, how in the world he get that confidence? You have to have confidence even when you don't think you should have it. You got to force that. So, that being said, women, know your beauty, because you are beautiful. You know, there's a lot of women that I've grown attached to, and I'm loving it, because really women kind of run the world if you think about it. Without a woman, humans wouldn't be here. Everybody that hits this planet, that hit this planet through the vessel of a female. And either, you know, we done been raised by women and all this stuff. So women are nurturers. Women are even providers. Women make, at the end of the day, if you got a good, graceful woman, a woman can make you feel like you can get through anything. And that's whether she's your mother, whether she's your auntie, whether she's your big mama, whether she's your sister, your woman, or anything. Like, I got a lot of special women right now that I've grown attached to over doing this YouTube thing. And I'm going to give y'all shout outs. Love you, Monty Chambers. That's my nice sister. I can call her anytime. She's so sweet. I love you, Teresa. That's Honey Badger. Check out Honey Badger. She's another YouTuber. And then also too, what is it? I'm sorry. I get kind of brain frost when I'm trying to think of the name, but Dollface the trucker, check her out. She's another sweetheart. We got Nick and Carla, they some really sweet women. We got Miss Truck Driver Diva, she's another sweetheart. I might not be able to name it all because I got a lot of sisters that is coming through, and they cool. They are so cool. They always check on me. They always make sure I'm all right. Even Shape World, check out my sister Shape World. She's another sweetheart. Man, it's just so many beautiful women out here. Beautiful. Even Brown Sugar Bus Driver, that's another sweetheart. That's another sweetheart that I've grown attached to. So, let me get up off here because I gotta go, and I don't want to take this video too long. But this is my dedication to my sisters. We have to pick ourselves up and stop letting men treat us any kind of way. We have to pick ourselves up and stop feeling hurt and bad because maybe the guy didn't call you back after you went on a date, or maybe he just broke up with you for no reason, or maybe he with you and he just keep playing games, cheating, or not even cheating, just not keeping his word or not providing for the house. He just doing so much stuff that just got you in a whirlspin of just frustration. Even down to just, let's just say you a single mother, because I mean, you got a lot of single mothers that's dealing with raising their kids, and it's just tough when you got to do it by yourself. You got to take care of the kids, you got to keep a job, you got to keep the house clean, you got to make sure the bills paid, and this and that, and then still try to keep yourself up looking beautiful. You mean, it's a lot. Like, women, we take on a lot that we don't get credit for. But I think I'm going to make a part 2 to this because, like I said, these type of topics can go on and on. So, all right, guys, time is of the essence. I'm making better time. I'm about to get back up this road. So, deuces, everybody. Deuces.